All right, so a little bit of a story title here: The Aviary Attorney. Like I said, we're going to slow things down, and I'm realizing I don't have any sound. That concerns me. Oh, that's why. Now, maybe do some voices here. Get that under control. There we go. So, in this title, we're a bird attorney. We're a pair of turtle doves, and we do legal things. It's midday already. Where on earth is that featherhead? Well, well, well. Look who finally decided to get up. Haven't you heard what they say about the early bird falcon? Oh, too early for worms. Past the Cabernet Sauvignon. They say past the Cavassier. There'll be time for that later. We've got some business to handle first. Business? A letter arrived while you were sleeping. I haven't opened it yet. It's probably more junk mail. Go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honors. All right. Dear Monsieur Falcon, I'm writing you today because my daughter, Dame Caroline, has been arrested for a crime she did not commit. She's being held at la concierge prison on the charge of murder, no less. Her trial is in 3 days' time. I would be greatly in your debt if you would offer her legal aid. Yours sincerely, Signor Pietro Damo of the Damo Estate. Well, this is quite something. I know. Your first serious client in months. Not just that. The Demio Estate is well known for its exuberant wealth. Even if we cannot do much for Dom Caroline, his lordship would still reward us handsomely for our efforts. Wow! Suppose you intend on defending Dom Caroline in court. So I suppose you intend on it. Of course. Of course. It would be foolish to let such a good opportunity slip through our feathers. Grab your coat, Sparrowson. We're going to go find our kitty client at La Concierge. Excellent. My derriere was getting tired from all this sitting around. Oh, but I better file away Signor Demio's letter first. One moment, Falcon. Puritor's letter has been added to your evidence folder. You may access the evidence folder at any time by clicking the suitcase symbol. Oh, nearly forgot my wallet. I wouldn't want to lose that. Again, I recall you losing it at New Year's at the New Year's party and at Christmas. Yes, all right. No need to make a list. Falcon has picked up his wallet. Okay, we got the wallet. You may see how much money he is carrying at any time by clicking on the wallet symbol. 20 francs. Ha! Okay. Let's make a move. Damn. So it's January 3rd, Monday. Welcome to the map screen. So, yeah. So we got the map. From here, you can travel to any listed area by clicking on a location name or location node. Matter of fact, let me update something here. There we go. T in assumptions. All right, we're back in. clicking on a location node. Very good. Areas marked with the clock symbol take a whole day to visit. Areas with no symbol can be visited freely. Ah. So that's our office. Guess we're gonna go to the La Concierge. Conciergerie? Am I saying that right? Probably not. Alright. Let's go here. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the stone-cold foyer of the Conciergerie prison. Sullen-faced guards and visitors linger beneath the medieval archways. Oh, the Conciergerie. They say that this is the finest prison in the whole of France. The outer walls are impenetrable, the cells are spotless, the guards are well-mannered. What you want? Good day, monsieur. I am here to see Dame Cataline Demure, and I am due to represent her in court. Oh, you want her lawyer, huh? Fine, fine. Follow me. Oh, you are her lawyer. Well, what are you waiting for? Keep up. Oh, kitty. My papa hasn't forgotten about me, has he? Dame Cataline Demure, I presume. You've arrived. The fantastic lawyer, Monsieur Falcon, and his petite assistant, Sparrowson. Milady is knowledgeable. Don't talk like that, Sparrowson. Sorry. My papa told me that he would only hire the best lawyers in town. I'm fluttered. But they weren't available at such short notice, so he hired the first people in the address directory. Oh. You see, Falcon, I told you listing under aviary attorney would pay off. Let's get down to business. Oh, let's get down to business. Dame Cataline, could you fill us in on some details? Your father's letter was a little brief. I can do my best. What is it you wanted to know? I like the suspicious thought. Whoa, my goodness. Catman 2K is inbound with a rate of 4. This is your guys' final warning, Mag. Just said you getting off just in time because it's about to get crazy up in here. Catman and the Stray Cats have arrived. Speaking of Stray Cats, I'm up here about to solve a crime for Dame Cataline. Let's turn that volume down some. There we go. Super loud. There we go. Crazy. All right. Later, Mags. Have a great rest. Welcome, Catman 2K. We're slowing it down, doing a little story adventure. It says, what in the world are you playing? I'm playing aviary attorney, and I'm going to solve a crime. We're going to see if they did anything suspicious. What did she notice? What did she notice? Dame Cataline, did you see anything suspicious that evening? Suspicious? Like, maybe a guy lurking in the shadows, or a bloodied murder weapon. Monsieur Falcon, I do believe you are looking for an easy answer. Ha! You got me. I did not see anything, I'm afraid. The evening was very normal. The food was delicious. The conversation was boring. It was all very ordinary until the incident. I see. Wait, Falcon, you missed something of huge import. I did. Dame Cataline, you said the food was delicious. But you didn't say what food it was. You and your damned stomach. Let me see. We had poached red herring to start, garnished with the garlic butter. Go on. Then a marbled steak served perfectly, bloody rare. Glorious, Falcon. Write this down. What? This can't possibly be relevant to the case. Write it all down. Please, for me. Fine. Red herring has been added to your evidence folder. Bloody red steak has been added. Sparrowson, remind me not to let you talk to clients on an empty stomach. Come to think of it, I did find it a little strange that we weren't given any cutlery. No cutlery? Even for the steak? Nope. You would think that the great Baron of Chateau Seigneur would have gorgeous silverware, but there was none to be seen. That is a little peculiar. Was there anything else you wanted to know, Monsieur Falcon? Who was there that evening, Dame Cataline? Well, there was me and my papa. My dearest Maman couldn't make it. Maman? What the? And there was Baron Rogier, who hosted the dinner, and his housemaid, Colleen, I think she was called. Of course, there was Monsieur Greenouille. Well, until, he died. And there was Monsieur Roberto de Robinio, the man with the camera, but he was only there for a little while. I think that was all. Well, was there anything else you wanted to ask? What happened on the night of the murder? What exactly happened on the night of the murder? Oh, let me think. It was Friday evening. Me and my papa had arrived at Chateau Seigneur, the home of the great Baron Rogier. My papa spent all evening talking with Monsieur Greenouille and the Baron about business stuff. Business stuff? Well, the three of them own a railway company together. So all through dinner they were talking about company shares and investments, but I didn't really understand most of it. But after dinner, this man with the camera took our photograph. That was a lot more fun. Sorry, man with what took your what? Bing. Camera. It was a very new gadget. A tiny bug sits in a box with a tiny paintbrush and paints your picture very fast. In 10 minutes, poof, you have a perfect picture. Wow, technology is amazing. I don't think the lady's explanation is right, Sparrowson. Pshaw, let me believe. Still, the camera sounds like a very special device. I'll make a note of it. Camera has been added. Please continue, Dame Cataline. So after we had the photograph, I went into the gardens to get some air, and that's when I found the body of Monsieur Greenouille. He was all ripped open. A housemaid saw me standing over the froggy Monsieur and called for help, and then the police arrived. Before I could say anything, I ended up here. It was such a blur. It must have been terrifying. It wasn't so bad. My papa taught me how to be a brave cat. Was there something else you wanted to ask Monsieur Falcon? No, that would be all. So what's the plan now, Falcon? The way I see it, we have two tasks. We should head to Chateau Signory and try to see the scene of the murder for ourselves. And we should try to track down this supposed photographer, Monsieur Ribiotto de Rubinio. 2 days for 2 tasks seems doable. But we should head back to get some rest first. We have a lot of work ahead of us. Wait, Monsieur Falcon, before you go, you do believe my story, don't you? I believe in justice. Dame Cataline, I believe that a fair trial can draw the truth from any situation. I believe in justice. That's good to hear. You're not wrong, Falcon, but that's not what the lady needed to hear. You might want to work on being less of, how to put it, fils de pute. If serving justice makes me a fils de pute, then I'll wear that title proudly. Whatever that means. Dame Cataline, Monsieur Greenway, Baron Rogeril. These names are all getting a bit confusing, aren't they? Not particularly. Well, it is for me. I'm going to start compiling a Facebook so that I can keep track of who everyone is. A Facebook? A what? A Facebook. It's a collection of people's names and pictures and descriptions in one easy-to-carry catalog. I think I understand. The name could use a little work, though. Sparrowson is compiling a Facebook. Yeah. You can access a list of people you have met at any time by clicking on the symbol. Alright, right here. Oh, cool. There we go. Purgatoire Demille, the wealthy father of the Dame. Okay, we got some suspects. Greenway, the froggy businessman who was found murdered at the chateau. All right, and there's the elegant bourgeois daughter of Seigneur Purgatoire Demille. We got a couple of other folks we haven't met yet. Oh, okay. Scroll that back and head back out. Oh, how do I close the book? There. Let's make a move. Okay, the game saves automatically. Okay, you can quick save. Alright, cool. Access the pause menu by clicking on the cog symbol. Upper left. Why do I ever want to pause this game? So they were having a prison party, huh? Pass the time. Let's go to that photographer because he may have taken some good photos of something. So this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock? Wait! There's a note on the door. The magnificent and marvelous artist Monsieur Rubiotto de Rubinio is currently out on an artistic expedition. He shall return when his muses see fit. When his muses see fit? What does this even mean? I think it means that he's a pretentious bird brain, but in any case, the artist seems to be out. What shall we do now? We should knock anyway. All right. I don't see the harm. Nope. It doesn't look like he's in, Falcon. There's nothing left for us to do. Let's get a move on. I hate the feeling of a wasted trip. Is there really nothing else we can do? Well, let's see. It's fairly unbecoming of a lawyer, but I suppose we could try to break in. What? Are you serious? Maybe. Monsieur J.J. Falcon, I would have thought that a man of justice like yourself would be against such reckless displays of unlawful barbarism. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over. It's a brilliant suggestion. Stand back. I'm barging the door down. Wait, just like that. Shouldn't we discuss this first? Okay, I thought that was kind of funny. Oh no, they did with the Alfred Hitchcock. They tripping. What in bird Jesus' name was that? You said you wanted to break in. I thought we could find an open window. I didn't think you'd turn into a bird-sized cannonball. Well, now that we're here, we ought to make the most of it. This place is quite something. It's very, swanky. I was going to say ostentatious. That's just swanky talk for swanky. We don't have time for this. The sound of a door being smashed in could be a drawing unwanted attention. We should find anything that may help our case and get out. Oh, we're in investigation mode now. In investigation mode, you are free to examine the scenery of the room. Click on an item of interest, and Falcon will examine it in a closer detail. When you have had enough, or when you can find nothing else to examine, click X in the top right corner. Good lord, this game and this loud music. Let's see if I can tone that down a little bit. There we go. I'm digging the Alfred Hitchcock though, right? Ain't that Alfred Hitchcock? Seems kind of out of place. All right, select an area. Oh, cool. Look at this. You can take a look at everything. Man, they got lots of points of interest. I like these paints, inks, and dyes. I'm not quite sure what the clear liquid in this bottle is. I could taste test it. You could, but we don't have time for a hospital visit right now. So let's not. I see a bourgeois tigress in profile. I see a finely dressed dandy fellow upon a horse. This appears to be a photograph of a ladder, symbolic of climbing towards success, perhaps? It's more like a step ladder to me. Oh no, we're not getting into that old argument. A beautiful picture of the Paris skyline. Given the angle, this must have been taken from Notre Dame Cathedral itself. A butterfly, or maybe a moth. It's difficult to tell in the black and white. This is a photograph of a castle somewhere in the countryside.
You know, I once had an uncle who fell off a castle rampart while on guard duty.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did he die?
No, he got demoted.
Oh, terrible. A lighthouse? No, wait. It's a man in a top hat. Actually, if I squint and turn my head sideways,
it's a black smudge falcon.
This is a tiny photograph of what appears to be a jail cell.
That reminds me, how illegal is this? You know, breaking and entering, rifling through a person's belongings.
Oh. I'm just... Okay. It's okay. A recently passed amendment allows for proportionate amounts of property damage in pursuit of criminal evidence.
I don't think that's correct, but your use of legal jargon makes me have faith in your credentials.
It sounds like you're starting to learn the finer points of the French system of justice, Barrelson. I'm not doing French accents today, okay? They're all going to be UK. Thank you very much. All right, is this? This is a picture of a fence.
It's a fancy photograph. It leaves the viewer defenseless. Out of all the pictures here, I would pick it as my favorite.
Okay, I'm done. No more fence puns. All right, and what else we got? A picture of a sailing ship on a windy day. Oh, is this another room or is that the way out? The literal red herring in this game. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. Hey, Falcon, look! What? It's just an easel. No, look at what's on the easel. Oh, wow. This must be a copy of the photograph from the evening of the murder. There's no question about it. I see a housemaid, Dame Cataline, and I think that's Seigneur Purtier, Cataline's father. So what do we do now? Do we just take this? I'm with take it. We've come this far. We may as well borrow it. I clearly can't admit this, right? Because I stole it.
Is there anything else we need to do here?
No, looks like did I look at that?
A chandelier! You should get one of those for the office.
I don't have the money for that sort of luxury. Oh, that's everything, huh? We picked this place clean for clues. So how do we leave? I think we're done snooping. Let's get out of here before we draw further attention to ourselves.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, oh mon Dieu! What happened to my door? We're lawyers. We're going to lie. Some kids did it. Little weasel types. We saw them.
Yeah, weasels. They were all like, let's break into this art guy's house. And we were like, no, weasels. You cannot do that because that would be illegal. And they were like,
we chased them off. That's the important thing. Well, thank you, I suppose.
Let's make a move. Trial day is approaching fast. Right, let's go.
We just did a little B&E and a little light theft. All right, let's go to the chateau. Falcon and Sparrowson enter the courtyard outside Chateau Criniere. People with dirty clothes and gaunt faces linger around the building's shadows.
Excusez-moi, monsieur. I don't mean to be a pain, but my little girl and I are sick and starving, see? I don't suppose you'd happen to have some spare change for Strange?
I made up the last part. You have 20 francs in your wallet. What will you do? Let's give her 1 franc. Maybe we might be able to bribe her for some information. Here you go. Stay safe, madame.
Many thanks to you, monsieur. That was pretty generous of you, Falcon.
Times are tough. Making sure a mother and a child have something to eat is the least I can do. But what I'm doing, standing here moralizing. Come on, Sparrowson. We've got business to attend to. Falcon and Sparrowson step in the pristine wood-paneled foyer of Chateau Serene.
Whoa, look at this place. Baron Rogriel must be loaded.
More than loaded. When it comes to lucrative investments, the Baron is a legend. Factories, chocolate shops, hotels, railroads. The Baron owns a little bit of everything this side of the Seine.
Is he right here now?
Yes, he's the smug-looking chap with the impressive mane. But we must approach a man of his stature with tact and finesse.
Hey, Baron, we'd like a word.
How's that? Sparrowson, you have the finesse of an inebriated warthog.
You can thank me later. I think I got his attention.
Did you hear my name? Oh, did I hear my name? Great Baron Rogriel, property owner extraordinaire, at your service. And who might you fellas be? More investigators? All right, I'm having too much fun here. All right.
No, we're attorneys.
Not quite. I'm private attorney J.J. Falcon, and this is my associate Sparrowson. Lawyers, eh? You know, you aren't the first to have passed through here today. Oh? Yes, yes. This jumpy, twitchy fella came by this morning. Asked a bunch of questions, then hopped away before he heard the answers. Most cautious. Most curious. All right, Catman2K, thank you for hanging out. I know this was a super ridiculous title, but I had to get it off my chest. You have a great rest, bud. Thank you for the raid, and thank you for your time. Game it good. Where was I? Do you know who he was, Sparrowson?
Perhaps. I have a hunch. We'll be seeing him at the trial.
A friend of yours? A friend of yours?
Something like that.
So, what may I do for you, monsieurs? We're doing some research on Monsieur Greenweed, the frog who was killed here on Friday evening. Of course. Such tragedy. He was a good friend and a loyal business partner. I suppose you messieurs will be wanting to see the crime scene for yourself. Actually, yes, that would be fantastic. Well, be my guest. You will find the garden where the murder occurred through the back doors. You may also be interested in the lounge on the second floor, third door to the right. That would be where we gathered for a group photograph prior to the unfortunate incident.
Oh, can we see the finished photograph?
I'm afraid not. It is to my understanding that a photograph must be developed before it can be viewed. It's a slow process. My own copy of the photograph is to be delivered in 3 days' time.
That's no good to us. The trial may be over by then.
Nonetheless, we appreciate your hospitality. Thank you, Baron. It's no trouble at all. I'll be here to see you out when you're done with your investigation.
So where shall we go first?
Let's go to the garden. I think that's where they found him. Yeah. Dharma Cotaline says she found Monsieur Greenway on the stairs by the fountain. So this must be the very spot where the murder took place.
Hey, Falcon, do the crime scene investigation thing, why don't ya?
The crime scene investigation thing?
Yeah, you know, that thing where you get all eagle-eyed and analyze every object in excruciating detail.
You mean search for evidence?
Yeah, do that.
That's not a bad suggestion. It wouldn't be the first time the Parisian police have missed something right under their noses. Alright, let's start here at 2 o'clock. Baron Rougarou certainly likes his horse statues.
I don't mind the horse statues, but the little cherub people creep me out. Babies be waddling, not attempting saddleless horseback ride. Hold on. Babies should be waddling, not attempting saddleless horseback riding.
A finely crafted horse statue. The mane almost looks lifelike.
Would you say it behooves you to stroke it?
No, I would not. Another beautifully crafted made horse. Another beautifully made horse.
You know, my uncle once had a horse that refused to eat hay. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yep. Eventually, we realized that it was just filling up on hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, terrible. A horse statue. This one has a goofy face.
That reminds me of a joke. A horse walks into a bar, and the barkeep says,
Why the long face? Yes, we've all heard that one.
What? No, the barkeep says, you've got to stop coming here. You keep drinking us under the table.
I think it's time to rein in the horse jokes. Alright. Here we go. This fountain is finely crafted. It's solid carved marble. That can't have been cheap. I see nothing but water in the bottom of the lower basin.
It's a shame we can't see the upper basin from here. That would be a perfect place to quickly stash a murder weapon.
That's actually not a terrible line of reasoning. We ought to wade in to take a closer look, just to be sure.
Yeah, I suppose we should.
Oh, I apologize. I wasn't being direct enough. What I meant to say was, Sparrowson, go wade in the fountain and take a closer look inside the upper basin.
Me? No way. If you want to go wading, do it yourself.
I'm a respectable lawyer. You can't expect me to roll up my trousers and pedal around a fountain like a duck in a lake.
Yeah, well, you don't pay me enough to justify getting my sweet threads wet. Look, there's only one reasonable way to settle this. We'll flip for it.
Flip for it?
Yeah, I'll flip this one front coin. You call the outcome, get it wrong, and you go for a swim. So, what'll it be? Heads or tails? Napoleon face or plant squiggles?
Let's go with plants. Plant squiggles. It's called a reef sparrowson. Sure, I'll bet the plant squiggles. I'm sorry, bud, but you gotta go. Thank you. Eesh.
Here I go. It's heads. Should have gone with the old Emperor Falcon.
Gah, fine. Hold my shoes.
Falcon really should learn how to spot a rigged flipped coin.
I knew Sparrowson couldn't be trusted.
I almost feel bad for cheating. Almost.
I like that art. It's kind of funny.
Ah, you're back. Had a good swim?
No, I'm a bird, not a fish. But if I did find a mystery item in the upper basin, it's no murder weapon, though.
What is this? It's a brown and sticky, and it smells weird. Don't tell me that you picked up a piece of very wet cigar butt,
Possibly belonging to Baron Rogil.
correct.
But that shouldn't be too surprising. It is his house after all.
I'll stash it in the evidence folder just in case.
Alright, well, we uncovered something.
Is there anything else we need to do here?
Ooh, I see. What's that? Is that where you got murdered? Let's see. Everything else is clean. I don't have any. I got 19 francs. Nothing else to use to interact with. No other suspects. A mother and her bouncy daughter. All right. It's not letting me close it. Oh, that's why. There we go. All right, let's check this out. Dry blood on the staircase. This must be where Monsieur Greenway died.
Do you see any bloody footprints? Ah. Oh, or maybe a name scrawled in blood, written with the frog's last breath.
Wishful thinking. All I'm seeing here is a big sticky puddle. There's nothing to indicate that the body was moved or that the frogs left a last-minute clue. All I can make out from the bloody mess is that the Monsieur Greenway was attacked and killed on the staircase. Alright, I believe that clears up what we've got going. I'm gonna back out. I think we're done here.
Good call. But are you sure you don't want to take another dip? We still have time.
Don't push your luck. Alright, I want to do the lounge last. Let's go to the main hall. Oh no, damn it. Yeah, let's do that. My bad. I'm glad they didn't dock me for that. What the hell? Second floor, third floor, third door on the right. This must be the room where the photograph was taken.
Psst. Hey, Falcon. Did you see that?
See what?
That housemaid totally just did something shifty.
Shifty?
I think she just pocketed something from that drawer. You should totally call her out on it.
Excuse me, mademoiselle.
Yes, are you two policemen?
No, we're private attorneys. My name's J.J. Falcon.
And I'm Sparrowson.
Oh, how rude of me. My name is Colleen Duart. So, what can I help you messieurs with today?
We're investigating the murder that took place last week. Do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions?
That's fine. Let me grab a chair. That's better. What was it you wanted to ask?
I'm about to bring that down a little bit. Alright, what are we asking? That's a stupid question. You were a little nervous when we came in. You thought we were the police officers.
Is there something we ought to know? Anything you need to confess?
No. I suppose I'm just a little nervous after all the drama last week.
Yeah, I want to pressure her a little bit. She seems like she's on the verge. Are you sure there isn't anything that you're hiding?
It's okay to tell us. We're defense attorneys. That means we help people get away with criminal acts.
Right, and... wait, what? No! That's not an accurate job description, Sparrowson.
It isn't? Oh, what do we do then?
I'll tell you later.
Honestly, Mazurs, I have nothing to hide. Was there something else you wanted to ask?
Seems like a stupid question, but I'll ask it.
We are looking for the room where the photograph was taken prior to the incident. Would you happen to know whether this is the right room?
Oh, yes. You're in the right place. I saw the photograph session myself. Let's see. The cameraman was standing just about where you're standing, actually, Monsieur Falcon.
And where was the camera pointed?
Right at the clock above the mantelpiece. The Baron insisted on using that very location.
Now that I'm looking at it, something isn't right about that clock.
I know! The painting on it totally clashes with the decor.
I was thinking more obvious lines. The clock has no hands.
Oh, that clock has never had hands in all the years I've worked here. I think Baron Rogiel just keeps it around as a conversation piece.
Well, we're conversing about it, so I guess it's working. It's a peculiar detail, though. I'll make note of it. Alright, got it added.
Is there something else you wanted to ask?
No further questions. Thank you, mademoiselle. You've been a huge help.
It's no problem, messieurs. Actually, there is something. I know you two saw me stealing as you came in. I appreciate if you didn't give me the third degree. I appreciate that you didn't give me the third degree about it. You see, I'm trying to save up to follow my dreams, and, well, never mind. I'm rambling.
It's no problem, mademoiselle. To be honest, we have a much larger crime to worry about. Although I should probably ask, I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else? Silverware, perhaps?
You know about that? Yeah, I suppose that was me. It started with a couple of teaspoons. I didn't think the Baron would miss those. But, well, yeah, I suppose the habit got a little away from me.
That's one mystery solved, at least.
I would appreciate it if you didn't tell the Baron. He's been really kind, and I would hate to break his trust.
I see. Hey, big boy on skateboard. Oh my goodness, where you been, big boy? Welcome back, man. We're doing things a little different today, so pardon the very basic game we've got going. I was keeping it light. Had a crazy Monday, so I was keeping things light around here. How you been this Monday? Man, big boy, it's been dang near a month or so. If I recall, you were taking care of folks, right? Oh, you playing you some Fortnite? That's cool. Man, it's been quite a while. I think I may have beat a title or two since last I seen you. No, that wasn't you taking care of somebody else. One of my other follows. I'm taking care of some family. But welcome back nonetheless. Hopefully you're winning on the Fortnite. We're doing a bit of a story title tonight. So again, it's a slow title. It's a very obscure title. Only the folks that follow, somewhat reliably come through for this kind of stuff. I do play State of Decay. I've done my playthrough of it to some extent, but yeah, I play State of Decay. I wasn't playing State of Decay when you were in last. I do play State of Decay still, and I'm definitely going to be playing the DLC when it comes out. Daybreak, I'll be definitely covering the Daybreak, so I'll be dedicating a good chunk of time to that title.
as well as Strange Brigade. I'm going to be doing some Strange Brigade covering when I get back from PAX at the end of the month. But yeah, definitely still playing State of Decay. I'm probably going to be playing State of Decay for a long time, just maybe not like every day. I'm not going to be playing it every day until only when the new DLC comes out, and I'll be covering the new DLC and all that kind of stuff. But after that, I'll be sprinkling in different titles from here and there. I play a lot of titles, but I do have some mainstays for sure.
So, where to next, Big Bird?
I guess we can leave now. We've investigated all the other areas of the house.
Did you Messieurs have a good look around? I trust everything was in order. We had a good look. Thank you, Baron. But we actually have some questions for you. Please ask away. I have nothing to hide. Yeah.
I ain't gonna rat on the housemaid. We're gonna keep her clean now. She may do us a favor later.
Baron Roguil, I would like to ask about your activities on the night of the murder. Oh, am I in trouble? No, nothing like that. We're just gathering the full picture. I see. Well, let me think. The guests arrived at 5 o'clock, and we all sat down for dinner in this very hall at 6. The part went magnificently. The photographer arrived at 7 o'clock, but it wasn't until 7:30 that we had our picture taken. My housemaid discovered the crime scene soon after that. I see. Is there something else I can help you, Messieurs, with?
I want to ask about the housemaid, but I do not want to snitch on her. We're gonna leave.
I think that will be all, Baron. Thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure. Have a delightful day, Messieurs.
Did you get all the information you needed, Falcon?
I hope so.
Don't worry. If everything goes wrong in the trial, we could always just wing it.
Terrible. Just terrible. Let's head back to the office and get some rest.
A new day. Alright, so let's see what options we got. We can go to Palais de Justice. The Palace of Justice houses the High Court, and a place reserved for only the most serious of crimes. But we can free visit any of these other locations. Let's go to the Barons. No, that's where we just came from. Let's go to the studio and see if anything new turns up, because I know dude was supposed to be coming back.
Falcon, it's the trial day. Stop messing around. We need to head to the courthouse already.
I was just,
No, we're going to be late.
Alright, so it's okay, so we're supposed to be going to court. We're going to court, we don't have anything to work with. We have nothing to work with. How are we going to court? Alright, well let's go. Let's go. This is our first court trial, yes.
Falcon and Sparrowson stand inside the marble portico of the Palais de Justice, awaiting the opening of the Tribunal de Grande Instance. I'm tearing up all these French names.
Are you nervous, Falcon?
Of course I'm nervous. We're woefully underprepared for this case. 2 days. We only had 2 days to prepare. How are we expected to get anything done in that time frame?
Calm your feathers, Falcon. We can do this. Monsieur Falcon, Petite Sparrowson. Is there anything you need me to do?
No. We've got a handle on things.
Falcon was just telling me how confident he was feeling about the case. That's wonderful. I just know you two will pull through.
Let's move it along, fellas.
Oh, I'll be watching from inside. Do your best for me, Monsieur Falcon. We will. Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready. All right. Settle down, everyone. Settle down. Is everyone here? J.J. Falcon present. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Rupert Rabbiton present. The ready is prosecution, Your Honor.
What? This dude is clearly jerk. He's messed up.
Oh, darn, that's not it. Oh gosh, where are my notes? Ah, I knew it.
Knew what?
Rupert and I went to Paris Law School together. He was in all of my classes.
Oh, was he smart?
No, he always scored the second worst marks in the class. I can only assume that he bumbled through the final exams on the luck of his 2 rabbits' feet. Unless he's improved considerably, you might already have this trial in the bag.
Hey, big boy, what game this is? This is Aviary Attorney. That's what this is. These is bird lawyers, basically. I know it's absolutely a ridiculous title. I know, like, what the hell? I know. All right. I was keeping it light. I was trying something a little different with the channel, or with the stream. And yes, I can just see the followers leaving by the droves. Sorry, guys. You know, keeping the flavor a little different tonight. Again, Monday was me maintaining my sanity. So here we go with something a little different. All right. Falcon.
That's good to know. But say, Sparrowson, if Rupert scored the second lowest marks in the class, then who scored the lowest?
Oh, shit.
I choose to exercise my right to not self-incriminate.
Here it is. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Are the jury all present?
All present and accounted for, Your Honor.
Hey, Falcon. I thought there were only 6 members of the jury for cases like this. Why do I count 8?
Oh, those 2 birds in the funny hats are assures, the associate judges. Everything seems to be in order, so let's begin. The court is now in session for the trial of Dom Cataline Demure. Prosecution, please call your first witness to the stand.
Oh gosh, are we here? Oh, they're all ready. Okay. I choose to call the officer in charge of the murder investigation, Inspector Volerty, to the witness stand.
Inspector Volerty, please approach the stand and recite the oath. As you will. No.
As you will, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear. To tell the truth, to hold truth and nothing but the truth.
Monsieur, no, Inspector, please state your name and occupation for the record.
My name is Inspector Just Voltaire. I am servant to the law, a scourge of the gutter rats that plague this city. I have enforced the law for over 20 years, and I shall continue until I bring the infamous Viridian killer to justice. My path begins 18 years ago.
Let's stick to the questions, Inspector.
Of course, Your Honor.
Oh, great. I was hoping we could have one of these bumbling, cuddly officers, but instead we're stuck with lawful goody two-shoes. I bet this guy would turn his own mother in if he saw her littering. So, Inspector, is it true that you are the lead investigator on this case? That is correct. I was also among the first to arrive at the scene of the crime. Then perhaps you can walk us through what you witnessed upon your arrival.
Absolutely. Just after 7:30, we were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid of Baron Rogril. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Cataline Demio. She was standing over the corpse of Monsieur Greenway with his blood on her paws.
Well, that sounds like an open and shut case, in my humble opinion. No more questions, Your Honor.
Bloodied paws? Nobody told me that detail.
Keep it together, Falcon. You're about to be given the opportunity to cross-examine the witness. That's your opportunity to find flaws in the inspector's testimony.
Of course. I know this. You may begin your cross-examination, Monsieur Falcon.
Interesting game. Cool. I guess for folks who may appreciate Ace Attorney might like this one, I guess. Cross-examine the witness to find flaws in his testimony. Select a key phrase that you find suspicious, and Falcon will press the witness for information. Ask the right questions to bring truth to light. Avoid pressing for pointless details. The judge and jury don't like having their time wasted. Select a statement to question. We were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid of Baron Rogil. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Cataline. She was standing over the sliced open corpse of Monsieur Greenway with blood on her paws. Select a statement to question. What statement should we question, big boy? I give you the first choice on this one. Should we question the blood on her paws, the sliced open corpse, or at the scene of the crime? That doesn't make any sense, does it? At the scene of the crime. Or should we bring up the housemaid? Yeah, you don't know. I know you just got in. So let's see. Sure. The housemaid. The scene of the crime. The housemaid. I feel like blood on her paw seems like the most important one. Let's go. Let's get into that.
Inspector, you say Dame Cataline had blood on her paws?
Correct. Blood clung to her fur like guilt to a convict.
Whose blood was it? That seems like a crazy question, right? We're assuming it's the blood of the frog. How much blood was it? Because if it was just a tiny bit of blood, this dude was gutted open. I think how much blood was there is a better question because dude was gutted. Like if she had a little bit of blood, it could have been she could have cut herself, you know? Yeah. Let's go with the how much blood.
How much blood was there on the lady's paws, Inspector?
Enough for it to be clear that she had dirtied her hands on the victim's body. Her mouth, how vile!
The inspector's answer seems pretty definitive. Do I have another question? Yes, let's see.
Whose blood was it?
Ha! What a question! It was Monsieur Greenwees, of course.
How can you be so sure?
I object. This is a line of questioning that is absurd. There was only one murder victim that night, Falcon. The blood on Dame Cataline's paws could have only belonged to one person, Monsieur Greenwee. Judge, Falcon's trying to delay the trial by asking pointless questions.
I'm afraid the prosecution may have a point, Monsieur Falcon. Do you have reason to suspect that the blood belonged to someone other than Monsieur Greenwee?
Oh, I'm pulling this right out of my buttocks because I have no other lead. You like the storyline? I have no other lead. Oh, so this is my first case. This is my first trial trying this. So I'm definitely probably gonna make an error here. I probably made several. Let's go with I do. Oh, I want to say I do, but I can't even there was nothing I found where I can even pin this on anything without. Oh, I'm gonna lose my credibility. Let's go with I do.
I do, Your Honor. Actually, I have more than suspicion. I have evidence that the dry blood on Dame Cataline's paws had nothing to do with the murder.
This is foolish time wasting, Falcon. Foolish. If the blood on Dame Cataline's paws didn't come from the victim, then where did it come from?
Oh, I got it. It came from the bloody steak that they only ate with the paws. Yeah, from earlier.
Dame Cataline ate a bloody rare steak at the banquet. I totally forgot that. I probably should have checked my damn items before. All right.
On the evening of the murder, Dame Cataline ate a bloody rare steak. Is this true, Monsieur Robington?
Well, in a manner of speaking, I suppose steak may have been on the menu.
Then, Inspector, would you acknowledge the possibility that the blood on the lady's paws did not belong to the victim, but to the steak?
Well, wait, don't answer that, Inspector. It is a possibility. No!
Intriguing. Pretty convincing. Oh, we've gained some favor with the jury.
Man, that's pretty cool. I did not. I was literally drawing a blank there.
So, Inspector Voltaire, is it possible that you arrested an innocent bystander simply for being a mess eater?
Now, hold on just 1 minute, Falcon. You are overlooking something quite crucial. Dame Cataline is an elegant bourgeois kitten. She was no doubt brought up with a flawless etiquette and perfect table manners. At the banquet, she would have eaten the steak with a fork in her left hand and a knife in her right hand, like any proper civilized animal. How could she have possibly gotten blood on her paws with such good manners? That's a good question. Or at least, it would be at any ordinary dinner banquet. But as it happens, something was missing from that particular banquet. Something that forced Dame Catalan to eat with her paws.
Missing silverware. Colleen, the housemaid of Chateau Senier, has confessed to stealing the silverware from the household, and she's trying to make ends meet. She's trying to feed her kids. I didn't squeal on her.
Dame Catalan was forced to eat steak with her paws because the silverware of the household has been previously stolen. Stolen? I don't recall any mention of that to the police report. We weren't aware of anything missing from the Rogill residence when we performed the initial investigation. But as it happened, Baron Rogill approached us about this very subject last night.
What a twist.
Harumph, harumph. Some more favor.
What is the meaning of all this? Bloody steak, misplaced silverware. Inspector, was your investigation so lax that you overlooked these basic facts in your initial report?
Lax? My investigation? Judge, I assure you I am the most thorough investigative officer on the force.
Then it is amazing that the Parisian police managed to solve any crimes at all.
Oh dear.
Be on your way, Inspector. Perhaps do a little inspecting for your next case.
Fine. So be it. Messieurs, until next time.
Prosecutor, I trust your next witness is ready.
Yes, of course, Your Honor. I call upon, Monsieur Ribiotto Rubino, the photographer who attended the banquet on the night of the murder.
Monsieur Ribiotto Rubino, please approach the stand and recite the oath.
How does it go? I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, and to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I swear a little cliche to be perfectly honest. It's a little cliche to be perfectly honest. Could the witness please introduce himself for the court record?
As if anybody in the courtroom does not immediately recognize me. I am the great Monsieur Ribiotto Ribiono, cutting-edge photographer, and visionary. I don't just take people's pictures, I capture their very essence. Jolis Letiz. See, uns peep. I don't speak French, so I don't know what they're saying.
Speaking of which, he sounds Italian.
You may have seen my works in hip magazines, Le Branche or Cécile. I can send you tweets if you like.
What on earth is a tweet?
Bird-to-bird communication. Come on, Falcon. It's the 19th century. Get on with the times already. Yes, your works are very impressive, Monsieur Rubiono, but let's get down to business. Could you tell us the activities where you were or on the night of the murder? Very well. I was hired by Baron Rigioli to capture the evening's events. I arrived at 7 in the morning. I planted my camera and captured the beauty of the banquet in one fantastic photograph. Then I billed the Baron Rigioli and left. Like a true artist? And with regards to the photograph itself, who did you photograph? I thought you might ask. I brought the copy so that you could all see for yourselves. Ah, very good. Let's take a closer look. My word, this is an exquisite picture, isn't it? Let's see. Who do we have here? In the middle, we see Baron Rogriel, the lion who hosted the event. On the left, we have Singir Poriot Damio, the father of the defendant, Dame Cataline. And finally, we see the housemaid, Colleen Duhart, who I suspect may have snuck into the picture uninvited. And as you can see, two people are clearly absent from the photograph. The first is victim, Monsieur Greenouille. The second is the defendant, Dame Cataline Damio. Quite suspicious, wouldn't you agree? Just a moment. Monsieur Rabington, this proves nothing. So the defendant and the victim were not photographed with the others. That doesn't mean they were in the garden together at that point. Hold your horses, Falcon. I am not done yet. The prosecution may continue. Behind the photograph subjects, we see a wall clock with the time set at 7:30. Now, just why is that time significant? Well, as Inspector Voltaire told us earlier, that was the exact time the murder took place. Do you see, Falcon? Every suspect has an alibi at the time of the murder, save for Dame Cataline herself. Hey, Falcon, that photograph doesn't seem right. It looks different than the one we borrowed from Rubione's studio. I see it too. Our photograph shows Colleen Duhart, Dame Cataline, and Sungir Pourtois. That's it, Pourtois. But Monsieur Rabiono's photograph shows Baron Rogio, where Dame Cataline should be standing. If we assume that only one photograph was taken, then this demonstrates that one of the photographs must have been edited in some way. You should just slam the evidence down, be like, BAM! Inconsistency! This whole courtroom is out of order. Case closed.
You know, big boy, just so you know, I've been using that that combination of emotes. Thank you very much.
I can't do that. Well, I suppose you could be a little more delicate with your words. No, I mean, I can't do that because our evidence was illegally obtained. If I were to present it, Monsieur Rubione would ask how we acquired it, and the whole trial could be derailed. It's a worst case scenario. I could lose my legal license, and we could be arrested for theft. Oh, well, we don't want that. No, we don't. I should tread lightly. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness.
Very well. The defense may proceed.
It's a waste of time, if you ask me. Photographs are rock-solid evidence.
Select a statement question. I arrived at 7 p.m. I set up my camera, captured the beauty of the evening's events in one magnificent photograph. I bailed Baron regularly and left. So he billed him. I don't know. Let's see what we have in our. Oh, cool! I can. All right. Pourtois' letter. Senor Pourtois, Demio has requested legal aid for us. Our initial letter. Well, I stole the photo though. I stole it. I agree with you, big boy, but I broke in and I stole the photo. So, like he was saying, we might be in trouble if we do that. Now, I could go with the clock hands because, let me see. Let me get back. Oops. See, we don't talk about the clock, so that might not be good. Oh, well, I guess I could say 7 p.m. How could you say 7 p.m. if the clock has no hands? Like right now, in our photo, the clock has no hands. Let me see. We have that photo. Photograph we borrowed. Yeah. Let's take a look at it. Can we look at it? No. But in this photo that we have, the clock has no hands, but I guess the hands could have been drawn on later. But it's a photograph, so that means the photo may have been, like you're saying, it was edited. So we're gonna go. I mean, I feel like this is gonna be a give me case, and if I go with the photo, I mean, we're defense attorneys, right? So we can like lie and stuff, because that's what defense attorneys do, right? They lie for they do artfully crafted lies for people who are guilty. So let's see. Let's try that out. Let's see what happens if we just go with the photo.
Let's take a closer look at this photograph.
Why is it in black and white?
Just to clarify, Monsieur Rubiono, photographs are a direct reflection of reality, are they not?
That is correct. The photographic process leaves no room for bias or inaccuracies.
That is most curious, because I see a mistake. A mistake! Impossible! I just told you, Monsieur, this camera is a perfecto, unbiased device. The photographs it produces are flawless. Falcon, I'm not seeing any mistakes. Perhaps you could be more specific. Certainly.
Ooh. Crapo. I keep looking at the wrong thing. This. All of it's a mistake because it's missing. Everything on here is a mistake. Just about. Because we got the father in this photo is taking the place of the daughter. And then the time also. All right, let's go with the subjects. Let's go with the subjects. Cause this should be the daughter. And this was wrong too, or was that the same cat? Let me take a quick look. All right. Yeah, that's the same cat. Let's go here.
Baron Roguel should not be standing there.
Oh, where would you say that?
Oh, here we go. Releasing stolen evidence.
As it appears, I have another copy of the photograph that was taken on the evening of the murder. Hey, where did you get that? Falcon, what are you doing? I don't want to go to jail. I'm taking your advice, Barrelson. I'm slamming that evidence down. Let's not quibble over minor matters like the legality and admissibility of this piece of evidence. There's something much more present that needs addressing. The photograph of Monsieur Rubiono presented clearly shows Seigneur Pertois Demure, Baron Rogiel, and Colin
the art. Well, that much is self-evident. And yet, the copy of the photograph in my hands shows Dom Catalan standing where the Baron should be. Monsieur Rubiano, how can you explain this major deviation between the two photographs? I don't know. There must be some sort of mistake. My camera is flawless. There's no mistake, monsieur. Your photograph depicts one person standing in place of another. I don't wish to speculate, but I believe there's to be only one plausible explanation. You, Monsieur Rubiano, edited the photograph that you presented. Edited? That's right. I'm no expert, but I suspect that you used paint or ink to carefully replace Dom Catalan with Baron Roguiel. Now, hold on 1 minute, Falcon. You're barging through this trial, throwing all this speculation and evidence on the table. But tell us, how do we know that your photograph is legitimate and Rubinio's is the fake? For all we know, you could have edited Dom Catalan onto Baron Roguiel's in order to exonerate your own client. Your suspicion is understandable, Monsieur Remington. But I have no doubt that the photograph presented by Monsieur Rubiano is the fake. For you see, there's another particular detail present in Monsieur Rubiano's photograph that is missing from my own. It's the detail that contains without a doubt that my photograph is genuine. And that detail is...
The clock has no hands.
The clock! The photograph presented by Monsieur Remington clearly shows the clock's hands pointing at 7 and 6. Yes, I can see that. And yet, the clock in my photograph matches the real-life one found at Chateau Signore. It has no hands at all. Boom. It has no hands? The clock is merely a decorative piece, a token item. Feel free to ask Baron Roguiel or his housemaid if you have doubts. That is how I know that my photograph is the genuine article, and Monsieur Rubiano's has been edited. Am I wrong, Monsieur Rubiano? Fine. I must concede that Monsieur Rubiano's photographs has been altered. But I don't understand the motivation. Why would the witness do such a thing? Is it not obvious? By showing that photograph to have taken place at precisely 7:30, it clears all the photographs subjects of suspicion. In other words, Monsieur Rubiano created a perfect alibi. Of course, this raises a more worrying question. Why was the witness coerced, bribed, threatened? Enough silence. Let's hear some answers. Monsieur Rubiano. Fine, you forgot to me. I'm guilty. I did it all. You did it. You're confessing to the murder of Monsieur Greenway. What? No. I have no idea who killed the frog. I'm just admitting that I'm guilty of producing fraudulent photographs. I was ordered to make the changes to the printed photographs. And yes, that included adding hands to the clock and painting over the people. You are ordered. By whom? Beep.
You dare say not?
Monsieur Ribiono, I strongly advise that you answer the defense's question. You have pledged to speak without fear, after all.
With the respect to Judge, I fear his claws more than I fear the punishment of the justice system. I shall name no names. His claws! Did you hear that, Falcon?
This is most unfortunate. Monsieur Ribiono, we cannot and shall not torture names out of you. We do not live under the ancient regime, after all. But since you have admitted to falsifying evidence, then we cannot keep an eye on the stand. We cannot keep you on the stand as a witness. Take your leave. You shall be charged with perjury in due course.
I can't protest. That's the least I deserve for my failure as an artist. Good day, Monsieur. I am not here to throw accusations. This is the job of you. That is the job of you, Monsieur Remington, the prosecutor. But when I see a photograph that has been edited to exonerate a particular person, I can't help but feel suspicious. A particular person? Falcon, what are you trying to say? That the beloved Baron Rogriel is the one responsible here? Come on, prosecutor, think faster. Only one person had themselves edited in the photograph. There's only one reasonable conclusion.
Mayhaps I should offer my opinion.
Baron, it's not time for your witness testimony yet.
So you would think, prosecutor, and yet I see my good reputation getting tarnished by your incompetence.
Incompetent?
Indeed. Let us proceed with witness questioning. Is that fine with you, Judge? Yes, I suppose that's fine. Very good. And I trust that the defense has no objections. No objections here. Fantastic. Oh, but I forget. I pledge to speak without fear and prejudice, etc., etc. Now, prosecutor, ask me about what I witnessed over the course of the evening.
Okay, Baron Rogriel, on the night of
the initial dinner went magnificently. When the photographer arrived, Monsieur Greenwee left to visit the garden. Dame Cataline followed behind him moments later. Signor Pertois, Monsieur Ribiono, and myself were engaged in conversation, so we paid her no mind. After the photographer had left, my housemaid left to go find Monsieur Greenwee and Dame Cataline. That would be when I heard her cry for help.
Thank you, Baron. I think we all know the story from there.
I would like to cross-examine the witness. Do you doubt my integrity, son?
I'm just here to uncover the truth, Baron.
Very well, then. Hit me with your best shot. Let us establish with absolute certainty that I, Baron Rogriel, am an honest man. The defense may proceed with the cross-examination.
Ba, 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 ba. All right, the dinner went magnificently. When the photographer arrived, Monsieur Greenway left to visit the garden. Down counter line, followed behind a few moments later. What if it was the housemaid that did it? That would be crazy. I feel like the housemaid is a red herring. But if the original photo, let's take a look at our evidence. Oh, wait. Hold up. Was he smoking? Was he smoking? Oh. We did find a cigar. Oh, let's talk about that then, maybe. Let's leave that line of questioning, see if we can't trap him with that cigar. Let's try that. Let's see if we can line him up at the garden.
Baron, we solved the murder scene, your garden, for ourselves. What's with all the horses?
I think in these things, isn't it? I think you kind of make the jury laugh here and there, right? Isn't that another thing that the attorneys use to get their confidence? I'm absolutely going to talk about those horses because that was pretty funny, I thought. All right, let's go with this one. Let's get right to the point.
Baron Rogriel, when was the last time you ventured into your own garden?
As it happens, I have quite serious allergies. I haven't been in my garden for years.
Years, you say? Indeed.
That's not right.
Baron, I do not wish to call you a liar, but that claim does not hold up to scrutiny.
Oh, and why is that?
Because we have hard evidence that you have visited the garden recently.
Balderdash, my word is gold. Show the court this so-called hard evidence that I've been in my garden.
Bing!
This was found in your garden. To be specific, it was found inside the fountain basin. Right beside where the murder occurred.
A cigar, but that could belong to anybody. And
prosecutor, please shut your mouth. I can speak for myself.
Okay, sorry, Baron.
This is indeed the remnants of one of my cigars, but I must apologize, Monsieur Falcon, for I misunderstood your initial question. You see, prior to the banquet, I hadn't visited my own garden in years, but naturally, after hearing the housemaid's cry for help on the evening of the murder, I rushed outside. I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw. That must have been when I dropped my half-smoked cigar in the fountain, you see.
You see, Falcon, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation.
I would find that believable if the cigar were actually discarded. But as it happened, the cigar butt was found in the fountain's
upper basin, a location that could only be accessed with great inconvenience. And a little paddling. The cigar butt was not dropped, it was deliberately hidden. There are any number of possible explanations.
All right, you guys, running a little long here, 38 minutes past the hour, but I'm actually kind of getting invested in this one a little bit. Let's see if we can't get this wrapped up, because we got this guy. He's like right on the edge of getting charged with something.
And are there? Because I can only think of one. That is, that you, Baron Rogiel, deliberately hid your cigar butt to disguise your own illicit activities. And did I now? And what illicit activities would those be, son?
No end.
24 hours straight. 24 hours. You want me to spell it out? Fine. Let's put everything on the table. You, Baron Rogiel, murdered Monsieur Greenway. That's what you were trying to keep hidden. Directly accusing me of murder. How shamelessly brazen. That is ludicrous accusations, Falcon. The Baron is an upstanding citizen of the highest order. Highest. Your allegations are baseless. You have no evidence, no means, no motive, or opportunity. No evidence? Think hard, Monsieur Rabington. Every piece of evidence points to Baron Rogiel as the prime suspect. You want themes? The Baron certainly had the means. His lion claws are as sharp as a surgeon's blade. Gutting a frog would be trivial to him. Even Monsieur Ribionos confessed just moments ago that he feared his claws. Ridiculous. I would never threaten a man with violence. You want a motive? The Baron had at least 10,000 francs worth of motive. By removing a business partner, the Baron's share of his railway company increased from 1/3 to 1/2. This is preposterous. And finally, the Baron had an opportunity. No, he crafted the perfect opportunity. He arranged a small banquet with a very select number of guests. He was aware of the missing silverware, and yet he served a steak, a food item that necessitates good cutlery. Why? Why, you ask? To bloody the hands of his guests, of course. Then he hired an easily influenced photographer and staged a very specific picture in order to build a perfect alibi for himself. Your phone is dying. Oh, you're gonna miss the conclusion. You know what? How about you should show up tomorrow and we'll go ahead and save it here. That'll be a perfect time. That way you don't miss out. But of course, you could always keep in mind there's video that you can check. We're gonna go ahead and pull this. We got a few folks in here. We do thank you for keeping up with us this far. And look, see you, big boy, you returned right at a good time. We had a good session going on this one. I think I may put this one back on. I'm actually enjoying this, even though it's clear that no one else was. Catman 2K, you supposed to be asleep. See, Catman 2K, I thought you was asleep. Catman 2K said he was out of here, man. See, I was up here giving the performance of my life. I thought Catman 2K was out of here. He says, no. I was worried. I thought Catman 2K wasn't liking the old aviary attorney. He was like, what the? I've been messing with Catman every time he come into the stream. I've been having some crazy, ridiculous stuff on. Oh, man. He got intrigued. I heard that.
Oh man, I have a video I got to post for you, Catman. You might be able to appreciate it, even though I did not dig very deep for the video. I must admit, I didn't dig deep on it. I had a chance to conduct an impromptu interview with some people that you might be appreciative of, but it wasn't the best interview because it was one of my first interviews, and so I'm still working up to it. But I'll be posting that here on the channel here at some point. But okay, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to shut this down. But I will be back to this title because I really had a great time streaming this one. So it's definitely going to be in the rotation for the week. So, just keep up with us like we do. Thank you for coming through. Had a great fun on this one. I have had a great fun on this one for a minute. Oh yeah, I have a YouTube channel, Big Boy. Absolutely. Did I have a link for it? Yeah, I have a YouTube channel. Now the YouTube channel is collecting a little bit of dust. I do export a lot of these streams. The YouTube channel is where I started my streams, but then once I became affiliated with Twitch, I moved over to Twitch primarily in order to build the family up, build the community up on Twitch. And I was just kind of cross with YouTube a little bit as well. But YouTube has the larger bulk of a lot of my earlier work and a bit of an archive for me too at this point. I do export some of the stuff over there as well, and that's where I got some of my BattleTech stuff over there as well. But yeah, I do have a YouTube channel. It is somewhere in some links somewhere here and there, everywhere. Let me see if I can grab that and throw it up real quick before I depart. Man, I didn't this I was very surprised. So this was a title I got from my Humble Bundle. It's 4 a.m. All right, big boy, you head on out, man. But yeah, you can check I believe the YouTube channel TLNWK. I just put that in here. That's pretty much the YouTube channel. If you search through there, you probably will find it under TLGNWK for the Legend Gamers Network. That's where a lot of the videos are. You had the rest. It's 4 a.m. Thank you for hanging out. You go ahead and get a rest as well, Catman. I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. Thank you guys for coming through. Don't forget, get your hands on that controller. If you don't already know, game it good. All right, I'm out of this piece.